And implementation of the agreement will not only harmonize Ukraine's trade and custom rules with European Union standards, but it will help my country to draw closer to democratic norms and market-oriented economy. At the NATO Wealth Summit, I have declared my country's desire to move closer with NATO and gaining the status of the major non-NATO ally. I really count on your support on that. All allies strongly condemn Russia's aggression on Ukraine, illegal annexation of Crimea, and stand ready to support territorial integrity and sovereignty of Ukraine within the international recognized border, in the way like it is strongly doing by Canadian government, Canadian Prime Minister and Canadian people. I'm thankful to Canada. Your country was one of the soundest supporters of Ukraine at the summit, and they're committed to provide more than $1 million to the NATO Trust Fund. It will help Ukraine to build its command, control and communication and computer capability. Dear friends, let's look beyond the crisis and war. Let's think how we enhance the special partnership between the Ukraine and Canada. This is why I'm here. I'm convinced that we need to pay more attention to the bilateral cooperation in such a sphere as energy, trade, investment, information, airspace, and many other technologies. In cooperation with Canada, we hope to accomplish the ambitious project consolidating Ukraine's informational space by launching the telecommunications satellite built by Canadian company MDA. We will be finally able to provide all our regions with reliable and trustworthy information, as well as to export telecommunication services. There should be more projects like this. I hope that both negotiation teams translated our firm signal, Prime Minister and mine, and the next time we will see each other, we will have Ukraine-Canada free trade agreement to sign. Having said that, I cannot help but mentioning one particular program that played a significant role in enhancing our people-to-people contact. I talk about the Canadian-Ukrainian Parliamentary Program. During the years of independence, CUPP has hosted over the thousands of students from Ukraine who were able to work as interns right here to the Canadian Parliament and help us to build Ukrainian democracy. Welcome back, dear colleagues. I also want to thank the Canadian Parliament and Ukrainian diaspora for helping us to breed the new generation of the new Ukrainian democratic and free leaders. Mr. Prime Minister, I remember you mentioned that Canada is probably the most Ukrainian nation outside of Ukraine itself. You know what? This is absolutely true. Let me reciprocate. There are great European nations which stood at the source of foundation of modern Canada. Canada has friends all over the globe, and the closest one next to it. However, I doubt that you will find another nation which could tell so sincerely what I am telling about you. Ukraine is probably the most Canadian nation after the Canada itself. Exactly this feeling I feel today during my meeting with many Canadians. Thank you for all of that. Let me refer to the Winston Churchill words, who truly loved your country and visited it 7 times from 1900 to 1954. We recall him as a brave leader who confronted the Nazi aggression with courage. In summer 1929, he wrote from Canada to his wife, "Darling, I am greatly attracted to this country. I am profoundly touched, and I intend to devote my strength to interpreting Canada to our people." I have the same feeling, believe me. Unfortunately, I won't write these words to my wife, since she sits here with me today. I will simply tell her these words. And again, please let me quote Churchill once again. "I love coming to Canada. God bless your country." Thank you very much indeed. Merci. Дякую і слава Україні.
Mr. Speaker, Your Excellency, President Poroshenko, witajmo. Prime Minister, honorable senators, members of the House of Commons, mesdames et messieurs. On behalf of all parliamentarians and all gathered here this afternoon, I have the honor, Mr. President, to thank you for addressing this joint session of the Parliament of Canada. Your important words have been clear and stress that you are among friends. We have taken note of the significant challenges currently facing the peoples of Ukraine. We thank you for your leadership and courage that you are bringing to securing peace, order, and good government in your beautiful country. Monsieur le Président, Monsieur le Premier ministre, nous avons pris bonne note des importants défis auxquels sont confrontés les peuples de l'Ukraine à l'heure actuelle. Nous vous remercions votre excellence, de votre leadership, de votre courage en vue d'assurer la paix, ordre et bonne gouvernance dans votre magnifique pays. Canadians appreciate your leadership and fortitude as Ukraine addresses current challenges. We support your efforts to realize a successful resolution based on the solid foundation of human rights and democratic values. Colleagues, Mr. President, Mr. Prime Minister, among the many images that adorn the chamber of the Senate of Canada is one of St. Andrew the Apostle, who is, of course, the patron saint of Ukraine. Indeed, it was St. Andrew who prophesied in the year 55 AD that a great people would build a successful civilization along the banks of the river Dnipro. Notwithstanding the ebb and flow of the tides of history, the peoples of Ukraine continue to fulfill the prophecy of your patron saint. Thank you, President Poroshenko, for sharing with us Your Excellency's view of the road ahead. Please be assured of the solidarity of the peoples of Canada on your journey forward. To Your Excellency and to the peoples of Ukraine, we wish you Godspeed. Thank you for your presence and address to the Parliament of Canada.
Monsieur le Président Poroshenko, Monsieur le Premier ministre, Monsieur le Président du Sénat, collègues parlementaires, distingués invités, Mesdames et Messieurs, Dostojny Pane Prezydent Poroshenko w imieniu Rojadu Kanady. Au nom de tous les députés et de toutes les personnes rassemblées ici à la Chambre des communes, je souhaite la bienvenue au président Poroshenko et le remercie de prendre la parole devant nous aujourd'hui. It is a rare and special occurrence when heads of state or foreign dignitaries address a joint session of our Parliament, and even rarer still to have a joint address during world events such as we are witnessing today. Your inspirational words are given even greater historical significance when we consider the current situation facing Ukraine. As has already been mentioned, the links between our two great countries are well known and they run deep. Ukrainians have made their mark in many areas across Canada, from vibrant communities in our large cities to enclaves across the prairies. Their contribution to Canada's social fabric has been profound. Les liens qui existent entre les citoyens de nos deux pays contribuent à nous rapprocher. Et ce qui renforce nos liens d'amitié, surtout depuis 1991, ce sont nos positions de principes communes envers la démocratie, les droits de la personne et la primauté du droit. For those of us who were fortunate enough to be sitting as members of Parliament when His Excellency President Viktor Yushchenko addressed this chamber in May of 2008, we will recall that he observed that in the previous 90 years, Ukraine had declared its independence 6 times. He said that he did not want the range of historic tragedies to be repeated in today's history of Ukraine. What President Yushchenko then described in what may have been more abstract or theoretical terms has become all too real today. Canadian parliamentarians have followed closely as recent events have unfolded in your country and have been inspired by the courage and perseverance that has been repeatedly demonstrated by Ukrainians in recent months. This Parliament has expressed its resolute support for Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity and for the Ukrainian people in their determination to realize a free, democratic, peaceful, and prosperous future. While there are no doubt many challenges and uncertainties for your country and its people, one thing that is certain, however, is that this Parliament and Canadians across the country are watching closely and stand united in support of Ukraine. Thank you, merci, slava Ukraini.
Thank you.